Oh, darn. And I thought,
Welcome. This is the Connectors Edge podcast, which you can see on YouTube and see our funny faces, or you can listen to us in all the podcast apps. Like iTunes has a podcast, Spotify there's a ton of different places where you can listen to us as you're driving down the road, or you're mowing your lawn, or you're taking the dog for a walk. Whatever it is that you're doing, we want you in our lives. And so we do reach out and ask people to be our guest. And that's exactly what happened today. So before we get started, I'll let you know that Referral Business Builders is our sponsor. And Referral Business Builders is for people, okay, who either have a passion, a nonprofit, or a business that they want to work with other people. So we do a lot of collaborations and we do a lot of exploring each other's businesses and referring clients and referring people to you. So that's what we're all about. You can check us out on referralbusinessbuilders.com. I'm one of the leaders. Ricky's one of the leaders. We have a nice gentleman who does a book club every Monday morning, and the business books are awesome. Then we also have Marketing Made Easy, which is on Thursday evening. It's an hour-long marketing training and collaboration. The lady who runs it, is just fantastic, and she does a lot of collaborations with other business owners. So be sure and check that out. And then we have one more, and that is me. It's called the Connectors Classroom Live, where I teach software and different things. And then, of course, we have this cool podcast. So I get to meet all kinds of wonderful people throughout the month. There's all kinds of things going on. So today, my name is Marian LaSalle, and my co-host is Ricki McKenna, and she invited a nice guest to be here with us today. So we're going to
mhm.
find all about Patsy today. So I'm going to turn it over to Ricki, and she's going to introduce our beautiful, beautiful guest today.
Thank you, Marian. And welcome, Patsy Balaki.
Thank
Patsy
you.
and I met, was it almost 3 years ago, I guess, Patsy?
Yes,
Yeah,
2022.
at a retreat in Boone, North Carolina, where we were in the mountains and the weather was cool. And it was absolutely beautiful. And I met Patsy, who teaches Feng Shui, among other things, and her sister and her mom. All three of them were just absolutely beautiful and participating in this wonderful retreat for women and men. And we just kind of fell in love with each other. And I have since met Patsy and her husband and her son. And it's just, Patsy's a doll. She is not only a lovely person, however, she's also very creative, extremely creative, and very understanding and compassionate. And I'm going to let Patsy talk to you and tell you all about herself. Excuse me, this morning I'm a little bit foggy. I think the weather's getting to me up here. It's cold.
It's
And
nice.
you're way up there. You're like 6,000 feet in
60,
Colorado, right?
65, 30.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's so funny
Patsy.
Wonderful.
because Patsy and I both feel like we live in the Houston area, but she's
Hmm.
probably 2.5 hours from me, or maybe less, depending on the
Really?
traffic. Yeah, I'm in Livingston, which is at least an hour,
Mm.
hour and a half away, and then Katy is another, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes away. So,
Livingston.
uh-huh.
Where's Livingston?
Um, Off of 59. So if you're coming from Houston, you take 59 going north, and
North, yeah.
it's past. Let's see, what is it past?
Huntsville.
Oh no, Huntsville is off of 45.
Oh, okay,
Are
but
you
it's
by
north.
College Park?
No, I'm not near College Station. No, that's off of
Oh,
45. So uh,
okay.
59
Well, look it up
is
on the map.
Kingwood. It's past Kingwood.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Now I'm familiar.
Yes.
It's interesting you say that. I've been living in Houston or Katy for 11 years, and I still feel like I'm just learning Houston.
Yes.
One, we take advantage of having family and friends everywhere outside of
Mm.
Texas. And the weather here in the summer is just very, I would just say it's hideous for people that love the outdoors and the
Uh-huh.
beach and the trekking and the mountains and forests.
They don't
It's
like the
just
summer.
very, I hibernate in summer here. It's like I'm a summer bear in Texas. and
Well, my daughter
it's
But
lives
just
you
in Michigan.
also,
incredible.
Well,
one
she
thing I
has the
know
same. I'm
about
sorry.
you and your husband is you have a incredible garden where you grow herbs and edibles. And it's absolutely wonderful because I've been treated to dinner several times at Patsy's house, and the food is amazing. And it's all
Mm.
vegan and it's all fresh from the garden, which is absolutely wonderful.
This is a great segue to get to talk a little bit about how we're here.
Yeah.
And it's for me, Houston was one of those things like, okay, if I had to go anywhere in the world, where would it be? And of course, following money, because my husband was working for Cisco Foods back then in 2013, 2014. He had this opportunity to come to corporate, and they're in Houston.
Mm.
And he asked me, "What do you think about Houston?" I'm like, "I like it there." And the reason why I say that is because many of my clients and friends, they have very nice homes. They live in very wooded areas and, just beautiful. The side of Houston that I saw was very welcoming to me. And I would say a little bit opulent in that sense too. There was a big Persian community that I was connected to over here,
Mm.
and I really enjoyed it. And I said, it's got a lot to offer. It's very diverse, yada, yada.
Oh,
We
yeah.
ended up here. And what happens is, for me, building our home has been one of the greatest gifts. One, because this was a complete land when we came here. There was nothing built here. And I always felt like if there's anywhere in my that I have a connection here, like a soul contract, was getting physically healthy. And this was what Houston has provided for myself and my husband. So I
Mm.
had a history with hepatitis C for 26 years. I developed that through a blood transfusion after the birth of my firstborn 35 years ago, over 35 years ago. And at the time, there was really no medicine to help me with it because I tried it, everything failed. And we come here. Actually, I was going to get on a trial basis very quickly with my gastroenterologist in Miami, but I was leaving already. I was leaving Miami.
Mm.
And I said, well, maybe. It's like, well, find a doctor, see who can help you because it's a new drug. You can try it. You'll be perfect for it. You're the perfect candidate for it. You're very healthy. You're doing all the things, all your vitals are just, you could do this in a very minimal amount of time, and it's not an injection. So that was really an eye opener. So I did this exactly 9 years ago. On 2016, I completely eradicated the virus with some medicine called Harvoni. So for me, this was a very huge breakthrough for myself because although I was living a very
Mm.
healthy lifestyle, very health ways of how to coexist with the virus, there was always this monkey on my back that was saying, well, you're not completely clean. You have to watch what your scissors or your nail clippers or, things like that because
Mm.
it's contaminated blood, right? I was
Oh.
contaminated. So I carry this stigma with me all that time. So not only when I eradicated the virus physically, I had put all my emotions, all the sadness, all this trauma that I had embedded in my system. I had to clear that. Took me a couple of years to go through the entire side effects to kick in, and of course the spiritual aspect and the emotionality
Mm.
aspect of like really looking into everything that I had to overcome with that virus per se. And it was a very interesting way for me to live life. And of course, it took years for me to finally sink in and say I'm completely healthy. It's when I started looking into what I have practiced that worked for me, such as Feng Shui, Ayurveda, but being a vegetarian, all these things, coming up with something that, yes, you can do all these things, and yes, you can change things around your home environment. But if you're not doing the work from the inside out, you're still going to continue creating those patterns or living with certain things that you can overcome and heal. So, for example, the liver is very connected to anger, father issues, the masculine aspect. And these were triggers in a way that I also had to look into deeply within me. My history with my father, the history with my first son's father, all these things that were embedded into that liver, the anger and resentment and all these things. So clearing all that, I wouldn't say that feng shui is the way to go, but it's definitely shown me the pinpoints of where to look and how to connect a place, a space with a person or familiar person in your family nucleus, and of course, the organ or body part that goes with that
Wow.
through the chakra energy system. And that's how I got into feng shui 25 years plus ago when I started looking into ways on how to coexist with something that I will probably have to live for the rest of my life. So
Wow.
balance
I,
became a big
yeah.
deal for me. Balance, harmony. If I don't have that within me, within myself, I'm going to continue creating that again and again and again. I think at one point I had this obsessive compulsive behavior of like having to fix certain things and having to wash my hands so many times or having to do all these things, but I wasn't looking inside of what's out of
Mm.
balance, what's disharmonious. I didn't want to look in because it was very painful. But
Ooh.
you have to do all the things. I don't think there's one way to complete healing if you're not doing the wholeness of wellness, I would
It,
say.
it's
Mm,
very interesting, Patsy. I was just watching a video on healing the body and working with the vagus nerve, which is the nerve. It's a huge monster that's a good monster that goes from the back of your head, the back of your neck and your head, all the way through to your intestines. I laugh because my brother said to me, "Is your brain connected to your gut?" Duh.
mhm.
Yes. And so we got into that. But interestingly, one of the doctors who was speaking, actually more than one of them was talking about balancing things and about how the emotional trauma can affect the stress level, of course, in your system, and how that has to be healed along with any kind of physical symptoms or manifestations that you may have from anything. If the emotional and the um, just the whole spiritual and emotional
Psychospiritual.
absolutely have to work all together in a
Yes.
holistic manner to help anyone heal a disease, where they were even speaking to chronic diseases. Um, and just it's amazing. And what I thought was very interesting in this whole hour-long program, most of the doctors were women. They were
Mm,
medical doctors, they were naturopaths, and there were several men, but a lot of it was the women speaking to the emotional parts of things and the spiritual, and
yeah.
how all of it is so connected. And I never really understood feng shui. To me, it was okay, where do you place certain parts of certain pieces of furniture, and where should the window be? And, where do you put flowers? That type of thing, which I think is part of feng shui, but I didn't realize how healing that the whole system is it
Right.
a system?
It is a system, and it depends on the level that you want to get into. I
Ah,
personally became acquainted with feng shui through the architectural and design aspect when I was in college. Oh, okay, you're
oh,
making pretty things and certain colors and placements and location and space arrangement. All that
right.
was wonderful. But when I tapped into feng shui for harmony, feng shui for health, it was like a wide opening, like, okay, I need to know more about this because it's like an underlayer and an underlayer and an underlayer. Like if you have ever practiced yoga, it's
Hmm.
like you get to one level and you go to the next and you go to the next and you go to the next.
Hmm.
It's like that with feng shui as well. It's because it's ancient tradition. So there are a lot of different philosophies that are entwined, but ultimately, however you want to use this tool, it's how deep you want to heal yourself as well,
Ah,
right?
yeah.
So it depends on the level of commitment that you want to do. Yes, there are what we called the essentials of feng shui, the basics, color
Hmm.
theory, and space arrangement, furniture placement, all those things that there is a map, an energetic map that helps you with that. It's an essential tool to do the basics, and it's very helpful. But once you want to start getting into the reasons why these patterns continue happening, whether you're attracting the same type of person or personality traits of others, the way that certain people are treating you, um, finances. Money comes, money goes. Some people say, "Oh, I make a lot of money," but it's just like there's like a money leak. So we need to look at the emotionalities of that as well and what's triggering it. And then, of course, what the house is telling you, because it really tells the story. It really tells you what is happening there. If you're working with a functional consultant who is tapped in intuitively to these things, they're right there in your face. There's
Ah,
really, you work with those intangible forces, but once you're looking into them, they're right there. I
I
had a
love what
this
you
is
said
a
about reflection. So,
Yeah.
a while back, you had mentioned that it starts with what's inside of you. And that to me seems to be my theme of my life right now is reflection.
Yeah.
So as I'm seeing the world, seeing my home, doing what you're talking about, hiring somebody who does this for a living so they can see things that you don't even notice anymore because you live here and you don't even
yeah.
notice it. So self-reflection seems to be the big thing for me right now, and we're reading a book right now called The Big Leap by
Oh,
Gay
yeah.
Mm.
Hendricks. And we talked about that just this morning. I, you're supposed to, do a lot of writing. You're supposed to do a lot of journaling, that type of thing. And I find that word journaling just kind of off-putting. I won't do it. But because of the way that this book is being presented to us, I'm noticing. I'm noticing. Did you notice that? I'm
Yeah, I
noticing
like that.
when I see other people do things that upset me or irritate me or that type of thing, then immediately I go, look, I'm pointing to that person, but I got three fingers pointing back at me. Let's look at yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I love all this. This is
Yeah,
me. This is what gets me going. I love
exactly.
abundance.
And yes, definitely. I like what you said there, Marianne, because it's usually the things that bother you are basically things that you got to check in with yourself.
Yep.
Hmm.
You, it's like, why is that bothering me right now?
Right.
What's going on there? And
Right.
it doesn't have to be judgmental, but I think also the word journaling, you may want to just change the word and just say, I'm gonna just write the keyword that's coming to me. Sometimes I'm like, I feel like writing. I like writing. I do a lot of journaling myself, a lot of writing myself. But there are
That's
times
perfect
that it's
for
like it's
you.
just one word. It's just
Hmm.
one word that comes, and I just sit with the word and
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy my chocolate chaga mix that I have
Cheers.
here,
Yes.
and
We all have
and I
something
just
warm to
Yep.
drink this morning.
because because that's I think sometimes we are. oversaturated with so
Oh,
much going on in our lives
Yes.
that just a moment of stillness for me, what has worked with me since I would say this summer, I don't care how hot it is outside, I'm going to be in the sun early in the morning to greet the sun outside and just really connect with the sun rays in my face.
Oh,
And
that's
it's just
nice.
such a beautiful way of me being in my own space, no distractions. And it's just me, the sun, the sky, the air. And it's just the most beautiful thing. And I notice when I don't do that, I feel I feel somewhat distracted or annoyed
Disconnected,
at something.
annoyed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's funny. Yesterday that happened to me, and I didn't even think of it that way. We
Mm.
had played pickleball with a bunch of friends and then came back to the house and we're sitting out front, and I had to literally rewrap the handle of my pickleball paddle because it's shredded. I use it and it shredded. So Richard was working on that, sitting in the sun, and then I just moved my chair into the sun purposely and faced the sun and just sat there like this. And I just felt so calm and peaceful after all the excitement and the playing and the moving around, the exercise, da 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 da. And then we finally resolved the handle thing, the hand grip. But it was just a matter of something said to me, move your chair so that you're facing directly. And I just felt the sun warm all through me. And it was
I love that.
just so peaceful and so relaxing. And it was like a breath of fresh
Yes,
air.
that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Patsy, I have a couple of questions, and I'm sure our audience does too. Is your business um, able to work with people individually in groups? Do you have workshops? How do you express yourself?
I love that. I love that you said, how do I express myself? I'm a teacher at heart. I'm actually owning that word more and more. I do one-on-one consultations with homeowners or business owners. I also do group sessions such as workshops and retreats. One of the popular ones is coming up. I still got to come up with the dates for the 2026 year of the fire horse Feng Shui
Ooh.
Vision Board workshop. You've done one of these,
Yes, I have.
Ricky,
Hmm.
and every year it changes because it's a new year, numerology. It's also we're working with the element of the year, we're working with the energy of the animal as well. And I like to work and I focus on the positive aspects. Yes, we look at challenges, we look at shadow work, but we also just, for me, we look at the positive outcomes, the qualities that how can you
Mm.
harness the energy that's coming to work to your benefit. So how,
Mm.
we lay out the feng shui vision board, and to me, it's a very easy way for you to look at what your intentions are for the year and how are you going to place it? How are you going to make that happen? So you put your helpful people in there. You put the tools that you want to do. How are you going to get there? Let's say you want to open a new business. What's the name of the company? What is the word of the year,
Oh
for
my goodness.
example?
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No, that's okay.
Unity. Ricky and I both go to Unity
Hmm.
Church. It's online if you're not in Houston. But anyway, every year they have this ceremony where you pick a word for the
Mm.
year. And my
I'm,
word this year was
oops,
clarity. And
mine was too.
oh, really? Well,
Yes.
that's good. And for next year, I already have my word all ready to go, and it's ask,
Ask.
ask.
Mm.
Wow.
Because I know that if I ask, if I get clear, have clarity about what I want, and I ask the universe for it, I'm telling you, it's like the red carpet just falls right in front of me and says, okay, you asked, here it
Yes.
is. and I get
Yes.
all these people like you and opportunities that come my way. I've got chills right now because you are exactly what we need in this world. You've got
Mm.
to spread yourself out.
Yeah.
We want to help. Oh, do we ever, don't we, Ricki? Mm.
Oh, well, Marianne, this
Yeah.
is
Whew.
beautiful that you say that, because one thing that I like to share with my community, the people that I love, is this sense of one, reclaiming our worthiness,
Mm.
reclaiming that part, because a lot of us carry this sense of like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I can't do that enough. The word ask, like you say, ask and you shall receive. And I feel that if you are not sabotaging the what you're receiving, because there's this sense too that I've noticed, not only with myself but with others. You're open. Yes, I want all the goodness in life, all the blessings in life, but there's a part of you that's like, I'm not ready for it, or um, I'm not good enough for that, or that person doesn't love me yet. Like, you self-sabotage yourself. And I
That, yeah.
think when it comes to being asking with full grace and honesty and sincerity and humility, right? With innocence, there's this sense of purity that comes when you ask with your heart, because you're so open and you're so clear and so in tune with yourself. In that innocent part, it just creates these miracles that people say that. But the more you practice this grace, gratitude, and asking from your heart,
Mm.
treating yourself with kindness, treating your body with kindness, who are you attracting? What words are you choosing to speak? The food that you choose to eat and the thoughts that you choose to have. I think it's that we have control of. And
Remember
the
when you
rest,
talked a
yes.
little bit about interiors and things with the feng shui? So
Yeah.
I have a friend and client who is a high-end interior designer, and she
Mm.
started with feng shui.
Mm,
So she will come to your home. She's just amazing, really. She
Yeah.
has the ability to see things that we can't see, and she'll help you, figure out what if you don't have the right furniture or you need furniture, whatever, she'll help you do all that. And to me, that is not a gift I have. If I walk into a room and it's empty, that's all I see is an empty room. It's people like you and people like my friend Beverly. You can go to Beverly Matron Interiors
mm.
and you can see her website. It's absolutely amazing. Not because I built it, but because of her.
Excellent. I look,
Yes, Marian
yes,
does build websites, but she's right. I know Beverly as well, and I think that you and Beverly would just kind of
Yes,
meld
I
beautifully.
know. I was thinking that we have to
Yeah.
introduce you to each other.
thank
Um,
you.
she's um, off of I-10 in oh, I don't remember the name of the area, but in a beautiful location, a beautiful home.
I'm
She
trying to
just
think where she is.
I can't think of the
I
name
know
of
I
the
remember the
community,
home.
but
She has a home in
Mm,
Galveston that
mhm.
was just amazing. I mean,
mm.
everything just flowed when
She's an
and
incredible feng shui
it's one of
interior
those things that's
designer.
off the ground, and I guess she did the whole thing. Um,
Yes, she did.
it just felt so comfortable walking in there.
Yes.
And the same
Yeah.
Okay.
thing with your home.
Mhm.
I
Thank
love
you.
the fact that we can communicate with this. Our time is over now for
Oh
this
my goodness.
particular podcast. However, I know that we're going to want you back. Okay. And
Mhm.
so
Yep.
anything that you have to support people, businesses, our community, please let us know what it is and we'll put it in the comments down below in the description. And whoops.
Hi, Becky.
Yes, my partner just walked in the door. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, please let us know. We don't have time to go into all the workshops and everything you have, but
Yes.
we definitely want
Yeah.
to
Let us
communicate
know
with
how
you.
Thank
people
you.
can get in
Yeah.
touch with you.
You
That's
definitely could go
it.
to goodshuilife.com. You can put it in the comments, goodshuilife.com. I have a free newsletter. You also can download the three, I would say, the most important tips that you can do to get started with harmonizing your home for success and prosperity. And of course, there will be details there as well when the workshops come up soon.
So we have all that information and we'll put it in the description down below in the podcast and also on YouTube. So be sure and look down below and make comments. I know that Ricki is going to close us out now and tell you a little bit more.
Well, first, I want to thank you, Patsy, for coming to join us today. And
Delightful to be here.
we will have you back again because there's so much more to what you do and who you are. And please, we will put your information in the comments as well.
Thank
And
you.
if you're watching, if you're a viewer, thank you for being with us. And please do comment and come back again next week or anytime you like on any of your podcast viewing stations or channels or whatever they're called and join us again. And thank you so much, Patsy Balaki, for all your wisdom and your bringing beauty to this world, and it's so and peace, which is so much needed. And thank you for being with us.
Thank
Come
you.
back and join
Delightful
us
to be
again.
here. Yes.
Thank
Nice to
you.
meet you, Patsy. I can't wait to have more interactions with you. Okay, everyone, bye
Likewise.
for now.
Bye for now.